So in the mid-2000s, Ford created a hatchback to compete with the Honda Civic. And not only did it compete, it decimated the Civic and any other hatchback of the era. The only problem? That should be an obvious one. It was a Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, this is before you buy a 2002 Ford Focus SVT. So while the rest of Europe had this, here in the States, we were stuck with this. So like usual, after enough bitching and moaning, Ford handed over the Ford Focus to the Special Vehicles Team, aka SVT. You know, the same guys responsible for a little car called the Cobra. Oh, and there's also this car, too. So, in 2002, SVT unveiled the brand new Ford Focus SVT. It featured a beefed up version of the Z-Tech inline 4, now making 170 horsepower. It also had a 0 to 60 time of 7 seconds. And actually, this car was pretty robust for the time, and it's still to this day very, very underrated. When you see this little bastard pull up to the light, you just don't really know what to make of it. For example, it actually featured performance brakes, which were slotted. It had a suspension so good, and this is crazy, this is mind-blowing. The suspension was so good, the only front-wheel drive car to surpass it in the US is the latest version of the Civic Type R. Holy shit. And actually, amongst a lot of the engineers at SVT, the little Focus actually earned the nickname Mini Marauder. And it's actually easy to see why. But like always, following the success of the SVT Focus, what does Ford do? What do they do? Oh God, this pisses me off. This pisses me off so much. They created a 212 horsepower turbocharged Ford Focus RS. And guess what? Oh my God. Guess what? They only sold it. Here, I'll give you a second to guess. Take a guess. Take a guess where they sold it. Take a guess the only place that it was sold at. Fucking Europe! Now this being before you buy, you mofos already know what's coming up next. That's right, this is everything you can expect to go wrong with your SVT Focus. Unfortunately, it has the SRT4 syndrome and the Civic Si syndrome, is that these freaking young kids, and what that means is a lot of newly beginner kids get a hold of this car and beat the snot out of it, beat the crap out of it. So you can expect fuel injector problems, you can expect head gasket problems. They have very weak clutches. If it hasn't been replaced before, it's going to fuck up on you. And they have very brittle thermostat housings. Now, to be fair, these are all fairly easy and inexpensive to repair. As far as engine and transmissions go, though, this little bastard is living proof of build Ford tough. Plus, for anybody who actually knows what the heck they're doing, that little 2.0 inline 4 is begging to be turbocharged. They have really, really strong internals, and they're very easy to turbocharge. Either way, if you guys are in the market for a 2002 Ford Focus SVT, I hope this video helped you out. Hope it helped you sway one way or another. I don't swing that way, but maybe you do. Either way, it's your boy, Mr. Random. I'll catch you on the next one.